The reason my model is as successful as it is because of a concept of 3 deep to a seat and SOP everything. So I built it up to about 60 clients as me being the account director. I had a couple pseudo brand manager, account manager types, but I was holding it all together. I then hired a would-be account director to oversee half the client load and duplicated myself. Now, I've interviewed 300 plus agency owners, founders, et cetera, and there's less than a handful that can manage more than 40 accounts under any circumstance. At no amount of scale, employee counts, revenue, doesn't matter. 40 was the cap. The good news is that you could be terrible and get to 40. That doesn't mean you're gonna be profitable. You probably will be, but that's the stat. If you're looking ahead and you know 40 is the magic number, and I'm pretty confident it is, that means you need to replace yourself before you get there.
Yep.
Because it's way harder to do it after. And what happens is these founders, they stay in that account director seat / pseudo brand manager seat, and they can't get out. It's impossible to get out because they don't have enough time to build the systems and manage it at the same time. The other problem you're gonna have is anybody who's qualified to do this can do it for themselves, and they will leave you. So that is high level agency 101 stuff. I want to pivot over to the AI because in theory, you could hire less, use more AI, and have less staff and keep up with the client load in theory. In practice, it's going to take massive amounts of organization. Have you tested more advanced than query-based AI?
No.
Your website for your domain's not up. So I think this would be a good homework exercise for you. Any website is better than no website. First thing I did when you booked the call, I took your domain name and I went and hit it into Chrome.
Yeah.
And nothing came up. And I'm like, all right, this guy's not mainstream yet, right? That's exactly what your clients are going to think. You have a legitimate business need to have a website up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just a consultant. You're not an agency yet. When you have the website and then you hire some additional employees, it's going to be a totally different business model. I'd recommend Claude. We built magai.biz with Claude with no UX design whatsoever. So you can go into Claude and tell it to spin up a website. You can say, I like this and this and this website, build it around this, and then tell it what to do. Now, you're going to struggle because you still have to spin up a WordPress. You still have to do some manual work you've never done before, but you'll figure it out. Just tell Claude, I'm an idiot. Tell me how to do it. You'll follow the guidelines. Pretty much this is a task that you can't fail at, in my opinion. You can watch a couple of videos about how to do it. Your goal is to use Claude's service to build out the website without consulting a designer or UX person. Yeah. Spin up the WordPress, tell the WordPress what you like, what you don't like, and physically launch it. Doesn't matter if you tell anybody you've launched it, but you have to be live with it. So design is ready for AI. You may never have to hire a designer. And a great guy to follow on that topic is John Aspinall. He is touching every AI tool and with a design focus, that's his stick. So with design, Nano Banana 2, Pixie, these are AI tools that you need to get into your repertoire stat. Are you currently doing any design services?
No, we haven't been. I'm aware of them, but I haven't really used them.
If we were going to factor in your ability to sell stuff to people, okay, you've got new products to new customers, and you've got old products to old customers. Then you got new to old, and you got old to new. So today, you don't have design services. If you could add design services to your current clients and half of them make a purchase, you just increased your revenue by 15 to 25%. Yep. So this would be an example of new to old. So as you're thinking about scaling your business, you need to ask yourself, okay, what is this AI going to do for me from a service-based standpoint, if at all possible, right? Does it allow me to offer new services? If so, am I chasing old customers or new ones? So very, very easy for you to justify adding design to your agency. And when you led with agency, right? So there is no such thing as an agency that doesn't do design work. Even the PPC agencies eventually add it. It's inevitable. So do it day one. The tech is ready. Your second homework item will be, I want you to do some free design work for your best and favorite client. Don't charge them. Just give it to them, okay? Ask them for feedback. Let them know that you're testing something out. They currently do design another way, maybe. So you got an incumbent to beat, whether it's internal or otherwise. So after you master new to old, then go to new. You got some sales deals in your pipeline that you probably recently lost because you don't do design. And you go back and you're like, okay, I lost that deal because I didn't have design. Can you get the deal now? Add another 2-3 clients that way. And then after you've done the ones that you lost, then you can start pitching the new ones as well. And you've got a better offering. Now, old to old really isn't going to do much to your top line anytime soon. It's more of a legacy type quad. This is where MAG is highly focused. So any big companies, they focus more on old to old than anything else. This is what happens to the Kodaks, the Blockbusters, et cetera. They do old to old at the cost of doing anything new. All of the AI is going to be new services to either old or new customers. So you're right, mental model here. If you think about how you're going to apply AI, you're always thinking about, okay, I want to add services to new or current customers. So first assignment website, second assignment design, delivery to current customers, maybe expand to some new. And then the third assignment is going to be you need to use AI for sales process. Okay. So this particular assignment isn't about a system per se. It's actually probably something you're going to be really comfortable doing. It's more inquiry teaching based. So for example, you need to ask AI to create you a sales plan. You need to figure out like, okay, how am I going to reach new customers? This is going to be hit or miss. It's going to take some iteration, but I can speed that up from a high level and basically just say, you need to buy emails. You need to create emails. You need to cold call and you need to make content. Those are essentially the most important things. The one thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't spend money on ads today because content's the easiest, cheapest, fastest, and ads are the most expensive. Although some people choose to skip the other quads, if you will, and go straight to ads. It's just not the recommended path unless that you wanted to be a silent owner and never be public and you literally can't do content and you're never going to cold call. In that case, you just go straight to the ads, but it's not recommended. YouTube is where I got the bulk of my clients. Over 55% of my life to date came from YouTube, maybe 5% from LinkedIn. So it's video format. My favorite way to do content is anytime a customer asks me a question, shoot a content on it, shoot video every single time. Because if one customer has that question, so will others. And that's a scalable, high-level framework you can't mess up. So that's going to be the path. And we don't have enough time to dive into like how you could build that out structurally and why AI might be able to help. But essentially, you want a sales plan where the AI teaches you what to do at every step of the stage and does some of the work for you. For example, write the sales copy. I want to emphasize it's going to be super hit or miss. So your learning there is going to be like, okay, find a sales model that works, that you like, ask the AI to guide you through it.